Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was able to attend Beautycon Dallas at the Centennial Hall in Fair Park. I wanted to record this video to give you guys my thoughts on Beautycon. So let's start off with the vendors. There were 30 plus vendors that were there, including Beautycon had actually like a I want to call it a food truck, but it's not a food truck. It looks like a food truck, but they actually just set up a store and they were selling products in there, so you could get their Beautycon beauty box as well as t-shirts or sweatshirts that were from Beautycon. So the first vendor that I went to was actually Crown Brushes. From what I recall, they were there last year. So I wanted to pick up some brushes from there because I had some from them before and I wasn't too impressed. I got those on Hotlook. I also stopped by the Camera Ready Cosmetics booth and picked up some things there. We also stopped at Tarte. They had a actual booth for Fuse. It's a really cool app. It's good for makeup artists, fashion bloggers, fashion designers. You can actually take almost like a motion 3D picture of product is. So they actually scanned your face from side to side. And then when they showed it back to you, it actually did that same motion, which is pretty cool. So that's their app. I will actually link them down below in the description bar. Tarte was there, and I was hoping Tarte would actually have more of their Rainforest collection that just came out for spring 2016, and I didn't see a whole lot of that, but I did pick up a mascara that I'll show you in my haul. Graveyard Girl was there, and she had this whole booth set up for the Swamp family, so it was like a meet and greet area. And at about 11:30, the line was wrapped around her booth and it was weaving. It was crazy. So I actually didn't get in that line to meet her, but it was pretty cool that she had that set up. We saw the Shea Moisture booth, which they had a pretty significant size booth. And I was very disappointed at the amount of product that Shea Moisture brought with them. They had some items that they were giving away, and they also had these bags that you could get, which I'll show you in my haul. And I was hoping to see a lot more of their cosmetics they have recently launched, and they didn't really have anything there. They just had a catalog, which I thought was bizarre. If you're at a beauty convention, you should probably bring your cosmetic products. Another disappointment for me was NYX. They had a pretty small size booth for the amount of product that NYX actually offers. They only actually had their Full Throttle lipsticks and then an eyeshadow quad and some other kind of lipstick. They had a huge line, and you could either stand in line and take a picture and post on Twitter, Instagram that you were in the booth, and then you got that Full Throttle lipstick free, or you could purchase it. And to me, it just didn't seem worth standing in line. I could just wait. Ulta certainly is going to do a buy one get one free, so that'll be well worth it for me. So I just bypassed that line altogether. QVC had a very huge booth, and when they were there giving away huge samples, that was really cool. They had demos of tanner, self tanner, that demos of that curling, I don't even know what you call it. Redken had a booth. Maybelline had a seriously packed booth. It was so small for the amount of product you think Maybelline has there. And they had their Vivid Mattes. So I didn't even want to bother with that line. It didn't seem like they had a whole lot of product there, so I didn't even go into their booth. They also had Completely Bare, which is a hair removal company. That's where I actually got to meet Missy Lynn. She was there with them. The Cut Life, which is I'm not really sure what the Cut Life is. Okay, so the Cut Life, just as I thought, a group of stylists that really specialize in short haircuts. I was really hoping they were setting up and actually giving away, or not necessarily giving away, but actually doing cuts there at Beautycon. Sorry, my chin is itching, because I really need my hair tapered down and would have sacrificed my style just to get that experience. Disney Radio was there, or Radio Disney was there with a photo booth, which is really cool, that you could go in and take a picture. So I, with my friend Sarah, we actually took pictures. They emailed you the pictures. They also printed out pictures for you. They also had 4 panels and then 1 hair demo. Makeup by Shayla did a makeup demo live on stage. First of all, she is gorgeous. Second of all, her model was gorgeous. Yeah, she did a demo of foundation application, I believe, and then also of like highlighting and bronzing. On the panels, they had like different YouTubers, different beauty content generators, kind of just talking about different things. So they had one that was like the crew love. So how do you get a squad? How do you get a crew? And not feeling uncomfortable if you don't have one. Then they had one that's talking about just generating content and what makes your content different. How do you stand out? And the audience got to ask, you know, their favorite YouTubers or content generators questions. I actually got to take pictures with a few people, so that was awesome. So let's talk about the things I was disappointed in. So small disappointment, Angel, aka Mac Daddy, was there. He had a meet and greet and he was on one of the panels. Did not bring any of his highlighters, and I was saddened. I was hoping they would be there. I would spend all my money on them. I would cover my body in them from head to toe. Nothing. NYX had no products. I thought they would have all of their lingerie lipsticks there, their new soft suede lipsticks. Nothing. All they had was the Full Throttle and the eyeshadow quad. Shea Moisture, I was hoping they would have all their product line there. They did not. The Cut Life actually had some products from Carol's daughter, which was cool. The thing that disappointed me about them was their sample size. Everyone else is giving out really nice samples, and theirs was just like, oh. The other big letdown was the Camera Ready Cosmetics. Now they actually had different brands that they were selling products for. So they had the Viseart, they had some Sigma brushes, some Morphe brushes. They actually had one of the Sigma brush cleaner mattes, which I will show you which one I got in my haul. And they had Ben Nye powders there. So that on there, they gave you this sheet of paper and you're supposed to check off what it was that you wanted. And you give it to them, and I was like, I want sample sizes, which were going to cost me like $3, of these different Ben Nye powders. It was listed on their sheet, so I figured I should be able to get it. Well, lo and behold, it took the girl like 40 minutes to fill my order. And then she says, we don't have these. Okay, well, why in the heck is it on the list? So that was a big letdown for me. I was excited to find out that they actually have a store in the Dallas area. So I'll go to the store and see what they've got there. Maybe they have more Morphe brushes, more Morphe palettes in the store that I could actually look at and purchase. Overall, for Beautycon itself, getting in, well, I got there pretty early, so had a hauler package. So I was able to get there early, get my stuff. Actually took my gift bag back to the car because you picked all that up outside. I took it back to the car before even going in. The way they had it separated, the meet and greets were on one side of the building, so it didn't really interfere with people who were actually there to look at the products and learn more about the products. And then getting to sit down and watch the panels, it was kind of like a social butterfly's dream. And the reason why I say that is because if you're afraid to talk to people and if you're afraid to make a friend, you were standing in the back. I actually was sitting in the great spot that when all of the panelists were leaving the stage, they actually had to come right by me. So I was able to picture before they got mobbed by the masses. Here's a list of people that we actually saw. I'm gonna look on my phone, so hopefully I don't forget anyone. If I do, please forget me. So Jasmine, she also has a YouTube channel called Jasmine. She was actually a model for Makeup by Shayla. Laura Lee, Missy Lynn, I didn't realize how tiny she was. Amanda Ensing was there, but I didn't get to see her. She wasn't on any panels, so I know she had a meet and greet, so I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to meet her. Of course, Mac Daddy was there. Also, like I said, Graveyard Girl was there. Batty Winkle was there. And at first, I was not gonna go get a picture with her because she was sitting on the other side of the stage. And then I was like, I cannot not get a picture with her. So I think her name is Loey Bug. She was on a panel, and that was the first time that I'd actually heard of her. I want to call her a plus size model. She is a plus size and beauty vlogger. And of course, Jackie Aina. I think I love her more now than I did before. Chantel Jeffries. This is the first time I'd ever seen her or ever heard of her. This girl is gorgeous. Tila was there. Jordan Jones was there. So Leanne Says was there. And then there was a young lady, Cindy, I'll put her name here. She is a Mexican beauty vlogger. It was, for me, just a really good experience, not only because of everybody getting to see all the products, but they also said things that kind of resonated with me. I know that I've left some people out, and I'm so sorry. If you were there, please list down the people that you enjoyed meeting and seeing. But I do not want this to go on very long. So I think I've decided to do 2 separate videos because my review of Beautycon, I didn't think that I had that much to say about it, but apparently I did. So I will a link to the haul for Beautycon here, and then also down in the description bar. Please don't forget to subscribe and come back to see my role. Thanks for watching.